Coming through with the strength in you. Dun 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 dun. Coming through with the strength in you. Hey boo. Hey, coming through with the strength in you. What it do, what it do. Coming through with the strength in you. You made it. Good job. Strength in you. Coming through. Strength in you. Coming through. Hey boo. Hey, boo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You see the smile? She is excited for this show. So I'm not going to even waste no time. Let me bring my queen in on the scene. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You know what I mean? Good
Good
morning, good
morning.
morning. Hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, survivors.
We are excited. So let me bring the king in. We got to bring the king in. Hold on. Know what I mean?
Yo.
You know what? You will, you will not start my Monday like that. You disrespectful.
Yeah, I not saw how they got lightheaded. Holy shit.
See, this is
Yo,
I'm
That's
all
what he
like
did.
I'm all lit. Then she lit. Then he gonna come up here like, hey,
Okay. Yeah, that's what he did.
let's explain why I did that. Because I started like they got in here in the backstage and they were all like, oh, like downturn did the show goes on and they like perk up and I'm like, you weren't acting like that a minute ago. So
because we
I just switched it.
listen. First of all, besides us being girls and stroke survivors, and we black as hell, we know how to turn it on and off. So
The camera went on.
it's that we had backstage, but so we could save it for when we get on the stage
It
and we
sounds good. It sounds good.
And then he come in and just tell everybody our secret.
he said disrespectful. Disrespectful, but good morning, Sugarfoot. Oh, it's afternoon for you. Good afternoon, honey love. How are you, Miss Val?
I like that they grandbabies.
Glam babies, yes. She knows that's what that confidence look like. I love that in her. But listen, I'm excited for today, y'all. So before I even get into talking about the show, I want to know how are you first. Tell me how you doing, King Jr., Mr. Wisdom.
Ladies first. Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm blessed.
That's it.
Okay. Uh-uh.
Hey, Deborah.
Oh, I haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
Sweet. What's up, girl?
I thought you had stopped breathing for a moment.
Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. You know what? He be acting like he can't breathe when he about to say that squeezy because he got to
No,
take.
I want to say, wait a minute. We talking about prevention. Be fast. I'm finna dial 911 for it.
Okay, good morning, y'all.
I ain't gonna play with Joey today.
We missed you too, Sugar. We so happy you tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in and taking time out of your day to spend this hour with us as we talk about some awareness and some prevention steps and some causes and all kind of things because we like to have fun, but we also like to educate and we like to encourage and inspire. So when you know better, you do better. So that's the whole goal of that's the whole goal of this show. For you to know better and do better, and for you never to be in our situation because we wouldn't wish this on an enemy. It is not fun. Me and Trina sound like me and right now because we ain't slept. So it is a situation.
I don't sound like a man. I sound like a little boy.
A little boy with a Charlie horse in his throat. Okay, okay,
I don't sound like a man. I sound like a little boy.
you said that hard. This is beautiful already.
Got me drinking a lot of water trying to get it to come back in.
Okay, yeah, that was funny. I had to do the same thing with. Okay, we got a word of the day though. We finna come get right into it. Get right into it. So this word, I'm not even sure how you say it. Let me hit it on the screen with a bow. Who gonna say
Go
it?
ahead. Go ahead, Will.
Circadian.
Circadian. And what does it mean, sir?
I don't know what it means.
Okay, okay. We thought you was real smart. Okay, hold on. No, you are smart though. You are smart. I'm just talking crap. Y'all know better. Okay, we're about to do this.
Get him.
We're about to share the screen. Hold on. Let me figure this out because I say this every week. Like, let me figure this out. You would think I'm a professional at figuring out the screens by now, but life is real, and yeah, that's just what happens. Wait a minute, I ain't figured it out right now. This how you know I ain't had no sleep because if I had some sleep, this would not be a thing right now. But it's gonna be one today. So let's play. I think I got it though for real. Boom. Nope, I got us. Did I got it? Y'all see it?
No.
Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't press share. I'm sleepy. Okay.
There you go.
Bam. Okay. Let's see how we say this word.
Circadian.
Circadian.
That's what I said.
I thought you said SAR.
No. There's no A in there. Well, after.
Well, we got the meaning, guys. Is first of all, is the origin is a Latin word. It come from the 20th century. Yay, learning something of biological processes reoccurring naturally on the 24-hour cycle, even in the absence of light fluctuations.
Hmm.
So, an example of circadia in a sentence. After getting up at 6 a.m. to go to work for 20 years, my circadian rhythm is set, and I still wake up at 6 on weekends and holidays. Okay, I think I get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you right. That helped a lot. Okay, let's see.
Because I was
Jen-
like, I don't know what the hell that definition meant.
right. Janice craves sweets on a circadian rhythm, and she always treats herself to chocolate in the early afternoon, whether she's eating a big lunch or a small one. Dope. Who's gonna go first to try to figure out this word? I mean, using the sentence.
Uh, I guess I'll try. Why?
That was
Anyway,
my dance. I got excited.
my circadian rhythm is always on point.
When what happened?
What do you mean?
Isn't that a fragment? Don't you have to complete the sentence?
I thought I did.
But isn't that a fragment? They told us about circadian rhythm when something happened. Like one had some chocolates.
He
No,
said that's his sentence. That's period. That's it. You
right?
got
He
to
said
figure
that's
it out.
it. Okay, bow. Okay, Deborah got one for us. I got my circadian rhythm perfect. Thank God.
You
Hey,
see?
girl, yes. Okay, who else got a sentence for us? Let's see. I love the word of today. Yay! Thanks, James. Hey, boo. How you doing, Sugarfoot? Look, I got excited. I dropped stuff. Okay.
Yo,
Hey, Chief, don't do me. I go through things.
I was gonna say something and I thought about it. I was like, this is not the show for that.
Yeah, no. Good job. Okay, let me see. Um, my circadian rhythm is always off when it comes to my sleep habits because I wake up at random times.
Yeah.
Hey, your turn, Courage.
I was gonna say that's my
Hey, Jocelyn.
Hello.
look, I'm trying not to I was gonna say that's my circadian rhythm. I wake up every 2 hours.
Ooh, that's horrible. That
Yes.
was us too. I don't know if she's talking about the. I think she's talking about the circadian rhythm of her sleep is off because that was a delay in my responses. So James said, "Yep, okay, he with you, Trina. Courage, my bad. I'm sleepy. Hey y'all, we got a real powerful show today. Some of us gonna know a lot about it, but some of us won't. And the goal is really to raise awareness, and even to those who may be going through it and don't have a clue about what they're really going through. So, yeah. So the acronym B.F.A.S.T.E.R. Let's talk about that. Before I say anything, do you guys know? Actually, it's B.F.A.S.T.E.R. They changed it. It's B.F.A.S.T.E.R. now. Do you know what that means?
I was gonna ask you. I know what fast means. What does B.F.A.S.T.E.R mean? For those who don't know.
I'm tired of you, Jocelyn. So her circadian rhythm is she smoke a bong every 10 minutes. I love you, Jocelyn, so much. Ooh,
It's
Val,
like
that means you
I
go to
want
bed
to say
early.
something, but I don't.
Okay, don't. Val, you probably in the bed early because of your sleep habits. Our
No, I wake up
circadian,
about that same
huh?
time. I said, no, I wake up about that same time, about
Yeah,
4
I don't.
a.m.
That's what. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I'm sorry. We all gonna take some melatonin and sleep.
You know,
No, but let me for real, let me get back to what's at hand. Be faster. Be faster is important to everybody around the world because nobody is safe. I want y'all to know that. Stroke does not discriminate against nobody. Color, age, race, what you eat, how you live. Like it literally it don't care. It don't care who you are, where you come from, rich, poor. That's not even a thing. So we want to talk about it. And be faster, the B. B is balance. You see a person, or even you notice yourself, your balance is off. Not because you're drunk or you've been kicking it too much, but it just randomly happened. Or E, your eyes. You can't focus, or the person can't focus on you. Who you talking to? The F. Who want to help me with the F before I say it? Face.
Isn't it faith?
Face.
yeah.
Because it gets droopy on whatever side that's losing its function. Your face gets droopy, and then the A,
Um,
your arm, the arm, it gets weak. Either they can't hold it up, they can't, or it's just welling. Like in my case, I was throwing my arm like crazy. I had no control of that arm. I was throwing the mess at that arm. I beat the hell out them people. But anyway, so you notice the arm. So what we at? B,
yes.
huh?
S. S is
S.
sweet.
Speech. Speech is slurred. They can't get their words out. They can't pronounce things. It's just different. You notice the person just really different with the way they try to talk. Um, the T is time, and then the other E is emergency, and the R is response. My arm is unstable and hanging. Oh, so you have what is the word? Hold on, give me a second, honey. I got stroke brain. Love you too, Jennifer. What's it called when your arm it start with an S? Come on, guys. Sublex is that the word I'm thinking? Is sublex where it just kind of out of not sitting out of its socket, but it does kind of what it wants to. You don't have spasticity or tone issues. It's just weak and it doesn't do anything. I think that's the word I'm thinking about. I gotta do a little more research on that. But hold on. Jocelyn's so funny. I knock shit over all the time. My arm drags. Oh, I'm sorry, sugar. Hopefully, with the proper exercise, and I see you be putting that therapy in, girl, you're gonna get that arm pumping. Don't you even worry about that. But we're gonna talk about some things to help prevent strokes first of all, because that's the whole goal. 80% of strokes are preventable, and the only way to prevent the stroke is if you know how to prevent it. Like if you know better, you do better, right? So of course, I'm gonna go right back to trying to share this screen because I want you to see where I get this information from. I'm not making it up, and I'm not just googling it. This is real stuff. You guys got anything you want to say to the people while I get this screen
Um,
share?
Yeah, I think the response time is like very critical. In your recovery, the faster you get to the hospital, the better. So, I know that's not the case for everyone, but I got lucky with with my response. I wasn't quick enough to get the shot, like to have that shot, but it was quick enough where it didn't leave lasting damages.
So, Junior, if you're talking about the shot, does that mean you had a clot?
I had a hemorrhagic stroke. That was like a blink. It was in like that's like ischemic, right? Or what's that word?
Ischemic.
Ischemic. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a hemorrhagic too, but with me having a hemorrhagic, they said there was no bleed, no shot that I could get because it was a bleed. So that means that a
Mm,
vein actually ruptured.
yeah,
So
mine
you
too.
only get the shot for when you have an ischemic stroke because you have a
Oh, I
clot.
didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you only get the shot for an ischemic stroke because that's when you have a blood clot that needs to be able to bust or pass through because the
Mm,
blood clot blocks it. It's a blockage versus an actual rupture. But there's also another kind of stroke that people have no idea about it. And I don't even know if y'all know about it. Have you ever heard of a cryptogenic stroke?
no.
Yeah.
Cryptogenic stroke is a new stroke that's out. And that sounds like fucking a dance. I'm sorry. No, but cryptogenic stroke is I'm gonna go to that page in a second too. But it is basically a stroke that they don't know what caused it. They have no explanation to your stroke. It just happened to you. So it reminds me of a patient that I went to visit volunteering at the hospital, and he worked out like crazy, had a nice body. I mean, like drink water, vegan, like eat good, all that. And this man had a stroke.
Mm,
Back then, he didn't. Nobody knew like what the name of it was, but in me, volunteering and stuff at the hospital and doing my own little research and stuff, that's how I learned about a cryptogenic stroke, and that's why I say nobody's safe, and that's why it's important that we know these prevention steps so that we can possibly save somebody's life because we know people who've had strokes in the womb because the
mhm,
parent wasn't taking care of themselves. You know what I mean? Because people don't realize strokes can happen to babies in the womb. They can
mhm,
happen to toddlers. They can happen to infants. They can happen to your pets. They literally happen to everybody. So it's important that we know how to prevent these things. And I know people like, I don't want to be hearing that it's sad. It ain't sad. We can still laugh about it, but we want to be educated. We don't want to just be ignorant and not educate ourselves to know what's going on. So, with all that being said, let me just put up these preventable steps. I mean, some prevention steps, so that way I can show what more about the cryptogenic because I really want to raise this awareness. Because when I tell y'all, I know y'all understand. We do not wish this on an enemy, guys. This
no.
the struggle is real. Okay, let's get in here. Critical steps to prevent a stroke, and we're gonna talk about each step together. First step: if you smoke, quit. I'm not gonna go through here and read these paragraphs to you, but I'm about to just talk about some things that I went through personally with that. I was a smoker, Newport Longs, and I smoked a lot on top of drinking. And yeah, I was going to the gym, I was working out, I was doing everything but taking my medicine, which is another thing we need to do. Take our medicines and listen to these doctors because that's huge. Do anybody got anything else to say about the smoking part before I move on?
That's one thing I'm glad I stopped. I stopped it like 2 months before I had my stroke, so it wasn't hard for me to like kind of like get over that fact. Like I
Any
realized like smoking was like a major contributor to me having
any advice for the people who's
like
trying to quit smoking?
just it's gonna be tough. It's not easy. Um, but just know that it's for the betterment of you at the end of the day. So even though it's tough, you can do it. It's possible. It's not impossible.
Facts. Oh, Deborah, I have to go see you later, honey love. And hey, guys, if I miss some of your posts or your comments, I'll try to get back to them. But you see, I'm over here trying to be an educator. But no, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it because I know the next one gonna be Miss Courage. Did you have anything to say before I go into the next one?
Only thing, for people that don't smoke, you saying, well, that don't apply for me because I'm not a smoker.
But
Well, guess
you
what?
know what
I
those.
wasn't a smoker, so yes, it still can happen to you.
This is huge right here. I had to go back to that message, Val. Y'all see what she say?
Yeah, I
I
just
quit cold turkey after her stroke. She quit smoking cold turkey. That's awesome. That's not easy for everybody. So I commend you, Sugar. Good job. Okay. Well, I know the next thing, guys, gonna tell you right off top. Move more. It is so important to get up and get this body moving. I make my little crazy videos, but moving more, risk, look, more active, it lowers your risk 25 to 30%. Just that part. 10 minutes every hour is better than sitting all day. You see those little things. It ain't major. We ain't trying to make you get up and work out more than you can or make your body hurt and all that other kind of stuff. It's just a little something goes a long way because if you've had a stroke, we're at risk of having another stroke. So we want to prevent that. And if you haven't had any stroke or heart disease, we want to prevent you from having it in the first place. So please, honey, if you can, get up, get moving. Nobody wants you to go crazy, but just do a little something. Courage, wisdom. You got any words of advice with that one?
um yeah. I you know me, I say working out and moving. So it's like it becomes second nature the more you do it. It's
Mm-hmm.
harder in the beginning than it will be at the end.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I agree.
Um,
Go ahead, honey.
I'm the type of person that I would have to evac. Okay, like if you would have told me that before my stroke, I would have been like, well, you're not talking to me because I move all day. I'm at work 16, 18 hours and I didn't have a sitting job. I was going up and down stairs, walking hallway. I constantly had to keep moving to do my job.
Yeah.
And so some most people would think like, well, that's that's my exercise. Well, I learned that that wasn't my doctor told me that wasn't considered as exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like confused because I'm like, yes, that is exercise because walking back and forth up to fourth floor on stairs, no elevators, that is up and down, toting and lifting stuff.
Yeah. I had to be able to see y'all because the next one that's coming is gonna be real. But no, I wanted to see y'all to talk about this exercise a little bit because I know I was talking about how I'll be making these videos and stuff. But I wanted y'all to see my face when I say, don't think that don't mean you're gonna not have setbacks because I have
Hmm.
them all the time. You literally have to find a way to make yourself be driven and motivated to work out because when your body hurts, it's easy to be like, I don't feel like it today. Because I'm one of those. Because some days I don't feel like it today. So I make up for it with dancing or getting some type of movement because I know I didn't do my therapy type stuff, but I'm going to do something because this body got to move. Because when I don't move, it hurts more. So I will also say that I'm saying that to say if your body hurts, it's probably telling you to get up and move, that you've been sitting too long. So
Hmm.
sometimes that's a sign. Um, Another way to prevent stroke, it says, was to your blood pressure. And that's, I don't even have to show you that on the screen. That's, we all know that. Blood
Yeah.
pressure, you must know your blood pressure. Like I said, listen to your body. If you having headaches often, your body is probably telling you you having headaches because your blood pressure is probably above where it should be. So you might want to go check that out with your doctor. And don't think, oh, I don't have high blood pressure. I'm diabetic. People who diabetic have strokes. Don't think, oh, I'm not diabetic. I don't have all them problems. I have sleep apnea. Oh, well, guess what? They have strokes too.
Well,
So literally everything can cause a stroke. Obesity, sleep apnea, high blood pressure, low blood pressure. Like any, it's annoying. It's annoying, but that's real. We have to get up, y'all. Oh, my boo says she don't get up and move more. This is you holding yourself accountable right here. You telling yourself right now to get up and get moving. Even if you get up and walk around your house for 10 minutes a day, baby. It's important to keep that blood pressure in check. Because the more you exercise, the more that'll lower your blood pressure, which will lower your risk of stroke. Because again, this ain't fun. It's hard to be sexy. Okay, but anyway, I'm just,
you
it
still
gotta be some
think,
fun
girl.
somewhere, you know. But do you want to say anything? Oh, I want to say one more thing about your blood pressure. I was talking about it and I think I said it partially, but I'm gonna reiterate it. Listen to your doctors. Medicine is trial and error. I cannot stress that enough. I did not take my medicine, which put me in this place. On top of that,
Mhm.
smoking and other stuff. But please don't just cut yourself off of medicine because you like, yeah, now, if you started something, let your doctor wean you off of it. Don't just not take it. That's not good for your blood pressure. I mean, your heart, none of that stuff. Do you guys got anything you want to tell the people about it?
I'm
Yeah,
guilty of high blood pressure, diabetes, not taking my medication, not listening to my doctor. But as you stated before, that once you know better, you do better. If you don't want to take the medication, fine. But it's things that you have to change within yourself. As a diabetic, I was on insulin to diabetes medication. After my stroke, I was like, no, I don't want to live like that anymore. Now I don't have any medicine. So yes, you can change it if you want. Right now my A1C is 5.9. I'm pre-diabetic. I'm no longer considered even as a diabetic. I have to watch.
Hey,
If
um,
I wish I could go back. I'm no longer on high blood pressure medication because I watch my salt intake and I don't let stress. I just really don't. If something getting on my nerves, I avoid it. I back away from it because
yeah.
I don't want to deal with it. So it's some things you have to change within yourself if you don't want the medication. But
Mhm.
for diabetes, my diabetic people, it's not that extra piece of cake.
You know
That
what?
extra, it's not worth it. And that's what I have to tell myself because I was a big 64-ounce soda drinker. And sometimes I want a soda, but when I think about what I had to go through to get to where I'm at now, it's not even worth
Yeah, absolutely. And what about you, Sir Wisdom?
man, looking back on it, hindsight is 2020, right?
Yeah.
Um, like I wish I would have took when I first found out I had high blood pressure. I was in my mid 20s, and
Hmm.
I didn't take it seriously at all. Like I was like high blood pressure. I'm not taking that.
it.
Um, and I didn't take my medicine. If I would have, who knows, right? But yeah, listen to your doctors is so important. You know, at the end of the day, like Joy was saying, it is real trial and error. Like you gotta find out what works for you. Um, I just recently lead myself off antidepressants because it wasn't working for me. It works for some people, it doesn't work for others. So find out what works for you and work with your doctor to find out a functional way that you can either take your medicine and like encourage a thing. If you don't want to take medicine, you gotta put the work in somewhere, right? Whether that's
Mhm.
exercise, eating right, whatever. It has to come from within. Within.
Yeah. And you got to know medicine isn't permanent. It isn't.
Mhm.
Well, let me rephrase that. It isn't always permanent because sometimes you do have to rely on medicine, and that's okay
Mhm.
because everything is about perception. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it like, oh my God, this medicine, or you can look at it like, man, without this medicine, then I'm telling them how. You know what I mean? Like it's all about how you look at things. So I mean, it is what it is, and just listen to the doctors. We know it get on your nerve, but like we said, we're trying
Yeah.
to prevention, prevent. Okay.
And also, I want to add, when you go to your doctor's appointment, don't just sit there and listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying just sit there. You listen to them, but also have a voice. Also,
Absolutely.
be educated about it. Also, talk about what you. If the medicine is making you sick, tell them. Let them know so they can try a different kind or a different brand. But don't just go cold turkey and just say I'm not taking because that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. If you know that circadian rhythm of that medication, don't let your heart work the way it's supposed to, or your energy feel the way you're supposed to. Talk to your doctor, but don't just stop.
You using the word of the day. I'm so proud of
Ow!
Yeah,
I'm trying to
kudos.
look what that glow look like. We're about to learn and we're about to grow. We're gonna have, yeah.
you. One thing I want to add too,
What?
if you forget, because I forget all the time, write down your notes on your phone what you want to talk to your doctor about, because you're not going to always remember. So it's
Yeah.
easier to write
Yeah.
down whatever it is. Oh, I want to talk to my doctor about X, Y, or Z. Write it down so that way you don't forget when you go to your doctor.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Write down how you feel. Well, my doctor, I know when I take this medication, after I take this medication, I become nauseous or I'm drained or I don't, write down your symptoms and how you feel. And then when you go in there, have it ready
I
and
love
make
that.
it. You pay for that time when you go in that doctor office. Don't let them just rush in and out. Make them sit. That's your time. Make them
Yeah.
sit there and listen to you.
Mm-hmm. I love that advice. Good job. I'm loving this show, y'all. This is great. Another way, guys, to prevent a stroke is to eat a healthy diet. That does not mean you don't enjoy your steak and your french fries and your potato chips and whatever it is that you love about life. Because we all have that food that is like, oh, I just love that. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah,
But everything, too much of anything is bad for you. So everything needs to be in moderation. Enjoy what you love, but make sure you got a good balance to life because everything is about balance. Just like without the sun and the moon, I mean, if they both was always out, it'd just be a bunch of chaos. That's what your body go through when you just keep putting the same stuff in it and not balancing it out. It's chaotic. So it's important to eat right. What you guys got to say about this healthy diet?
I was gonna
It's
say I'm guilty of that too. I had a bad. Let me put it. I had a bad Carcadian rhythm of eating a zebra cake right after I eat.
Okay, girl.
So I had to change that. That if I wanted that zebra cake, I could only eat vegetables and meat and drink water during dinner.
Okay, but
I
now
couldn't.
I love this, but now I'm really wondering, was this circadian rhythm always off like this with every meal, or was it just with certain meals that you have to have your zebra cake?
Man, every meal I would wake up with one breakfast and just eat a zebra cake.
You know
So
what?
my sugar already high at the beginning of the day.
Okay. I'm glad
Yeah.
you changed that habit. Good job. We're gonna smile at the change, and you see the importance down here though. Let's see what they say down here to us. Y'all see, I was just showing you the bowl what it said to eat. But you got anything to say, Mr. Wisdom down there?
Eating healthy sucks, but you do feel better
Yes,
uh,
you do.
whatever you're putting inside your body. If it's healthier, you're gonna feel a lot better. If it's crap, you're gonna feel like crap. So take it seriously. Don't rush it off to the side. But yeah, like you were saying, Joy, that doesn't mean you have to cut out all the pleasures
Right.
from you. Just gotta moderate everything.
Everything is moderation. You know, there's even water toxicity because you drink too much of it if you do that. So
Mhm.
I mean, literally anything, too much of anything is bad for you. This body is special. We are amazing people, man. The way we were made, we are amazing species, man. I'm about to tell you. But that's a whole nother conversation. But no, they one of the major things for prevention is starting early. Now, this sentence I'm seeing, I don't agree with it just because my stroke happened when I was 31. But it says stroke. Oh, actually, that wasn't the first sentence. It was second sentence I'm looking at. See, that's what I get for not reading fully. But the first thing I want you to see is say strokes happen to young people too. Okay. That is the first thing. They happen to young people. Do not be stupid like I was thinking. Like, first of all, like Wisdom said, I found out when I was in my mid 20s. And I didn't take it serious, even though my mom had died from it. I still didn't understand what it meant. None of that. And my sister was trying to warn me, but I was stupid. And then I was 31 and I thought I was invincible, I guess you can say, because people who 30 think they young still. You really technically not that young. Once you pass them teens, it's a wrap. Like it can fall to shit at any moment. Excuse my French, but it's real out here. And now they say strokes happen mostly to older people. Well, that's what we used to think, but that ain't a fact.
I am a living testimony.
Courage, how old were you?
37.
And Wisdom, how old were you?
34.
Everybody was under 40.
Yeah, like I remember when I first had it, and that one of my PTs was like, "Oh, you're too young to have a stroke," and I was like,
Hmm.
Now listen, y'all, this is huge. Now I know they say things shouldn't be about race and color and we are all equal, but no, let's be clear, guys. Nothing about us is equal. Our health isn't equal. The way we get treated as people isn't equal. Like nothing ain't equal. And I'm only saying that because even with strokes, they ain't equal. Look at this. Recent research shows black young adults have up to 4 times the risk as their white peers. And I read somewhere else where it was talking about women. And women are 10 times more likely to have a stroke than men. I gotta find that. But I'm gonna find it and get to it somewhere. But that is that's I don't know, that's huge. And that's telling our community something, maybe about the stuff we're eating. You think that means something? Because I think it means
Yeah.
maybe. I think
let me see, we got some comments going on over here. Let's see.
there's
Okay,
higher.
Gravel. Thank you for watching, honey. We appreciate you. We hope y'all can go subscribe, download, share. Junior, I'm sorry, but she finna leave. Now go ahead.
No, I was saying bye.
Okay. I felt like I was cutting you off, but I was trying to say all that stuff. What's up, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
No, I was gonna
Why you
say
say that like that to my hey Jeff?
Hey, Jill.
She had to fix and clean it up. Yeah, we all had hemorrhagic stroke, sugar.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, um, I know there's a lot more salt intake, right, in like African American meals. Spanish meals. Could maybe that's a factor with how we eat. Um, because I've had like some of my white friends. I went out for dinner, and there wasn't a lot of salt. And I don't know if that's a white people thing or that certain family.
Well, I think it's an ethnic thing. I think but that's one of those things when you know better, you do better. Cause like I grew up using seasoning salt, accent, and all these different products, Goya, and just all these different things with all this salt in it. But now that I'm older, like I don't cook with those same seasonings like I used to. And if I do, I'll use minimum of it. And then like
Yeah,
I don't eat canned vegetables. I eat frozen vegetables. And so I mean it's little changes like that. And I think we stick to those recipes in African American and what ethnic communities, and it makes us have higher calorie food, I guess, not calorie or cholesterol or sodium intake and stuff like that. Because I know, like, for instance, I know a lot of ethnic people who make like they greens and they still make them with ham hocks. I don't
Mm-hmm.
put ham hocks in my greens because I know you just boiling all that salt into your greens. So I use stuff like turkey tails or turkey necks or something like that. Or like
Turkey breast.
turkey, but girl, them turkey tails out. Okay, but anyway, do you don't judge.
just right here.
Hey, if y'all don't know about them turkey tails, y'all need to get on point. But anyway, no, it's about knowing better and doing better. Like we
Mhm.
grew up with that kind of stuff, but that don't mean we had to stick to the same techniques. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, it's our communities
I
and
can I agree with you because my mother she was the same way. She used seasoned salt and black pepper. So when I got moved out, I did the same thing. Now I can taste. It's like my taste buds are different, and
mm-hmm,
you can put a little salt in my food, and I can. To me, it's like it's a lot, and I won't eat
right.
it. Man, pork. When I eat pork now, it makes me sick.
Mm,
It makes me so sick. My sister can come in and be like, "You must have ate pork today," and you never knew. You never realized how much pork you eat. So one day I went into the store and I was going to pick me up some groceries, and I was trying
huh,
to get some meat, and I was like, everything around me is pork, and I just had I was just like, I don't want it, eating pork chops and pig feet, and I cut all that out.
well, I'm glad you did because
Mhm.
number one, I wasn't no pig feet and
Like just pork. I was a pork chop.
oh well, yeah, yeah, I feel
I was
you.
a pork, but I don't even eat that. Barely even buy it.
Me too.
And I season my food. Whatever I'm gonna cook the day before, I'm gonna cut up bell pepper, onions. I season it. I let it marinate so I won't have to use a lot of seasoning.
Yeah.
And that people will be surprised if you just prep the day before how
Mm,
much flavor your meat will have without using all the salt.
that's facts. Look at Courage giving them some. Okay,
We
Courage.
should we should do like an episode where we
A
kind of
cooking
like go through, yeah,
episode.
like kind of.
We should do a cooking episode. That's gonna have to come at a an evening show. But anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about that later. That's another. But no, um, I was talking about those cryptogenic strokes. I think I'm saying that right. Yeah,
Mhm.
cryptogenic stroke. And I wanted to, throw a little education out there for all of us because we all learn it. And like we said, prevention is the first key of anything in life. If it happened to you because life get real because of things like cryptogenic strokes, where you have no idea or reasoning for it, it's just cards you was dealt, and now you got to play the hand that you got. But prevention, that's our key. That's what we're trying to do, guys, because we love you. We want you to be here longer. So now we're about to talk about these cryptogenic strokes and see what we learn. So let's get it. Let's see. Cryptogenic stroke, well, stroke of an unknown cause. I'm not gonna read to you because I love you that much. You probably gonna be like, she read too slow. But I'm gonna hit you with a few little things though. Let's see. It says approximately 1 in 4 stroke survivors will likely have another stroke event. Oh no, we don't want. Oh, that's horrible. But that's
Yeah.
true. But basically, a cryptogenic stroke, like I said, is a stroke that have no cause. They can't determine what's going on. It just happened to you. In some instances, despite tests, the cause can't be determined. So you'll be trying to figure out, and that's why sometimes it's important to don't worry about the why. You know what I'm saying? It happened. It is what it is. Now, how you gonna deal with what happened to you? Are you gonna become the thing that happened to you, or are you gonna suit up and let's throw them superhero capes on and do what's necessary and become the handicapables that we are? Okay, let's see. And of course, they know it's frustrating and overwhelming. I'm trying to see what they're teaching us. It's estimated about 1 in 3 ischemic strokes are actually cryptogenic. So some of y'all who may think you had an ischemic stroke
There you go.
had a cryptogenic stroke. So you need to talk to your doctor. Let's see. Some studies suggest that the incidence of a cryptogenic stroke is higher in African Americans. Why? And Hispanics. See, this is why I say stop worried about being equal, because ain't none of us equal. This right here, this right, listen, tell me what's equal about that. Did y'all read something equal about that? Because then nothing about that tell me it was equal. Okay. Hidden causes of a stroke, irregular heartbeats. If you've ever had a time when your doctor told you that, you might want to do a little more research into that. AFib patients are 5 times more at risk. Heart structure problem, hardening of the arteries, blood clotting disorder. So these are just some things, guys, to really like look into and talk to your doctors about. You guys see anything on there y'all want to talk about?
Well, my eyesight is bad, so I really can't see it no way.
Okay.
But
Hardening,
um,
hardening of the arteries. I wonder what does that entail?
Which one, honey?
Hardening of the arteries.
Let's look into it. Because I know when I first had my stroke, they told me my heart was hard. My heart had hardened because my blood pressure was high for so long. So they had the medication helped soften my heart. So let's see. This is what I clicked it. Hold on, y'all. Let me look. I'm looking. We learning, but
could it be like a clogged artery if your
no, it
artery
just
is
say
clogged?
I guess so. Yes, plaquey. It's plaque fatty
Mm-hmm.
deposits built up in your artery. Yep.
Yeah.
And these deposits are made up of cholesterol and fatty substances, cellular waste products, calcium, and fibrin, which is a clotting material of the blood, which basically still states that we need to eat better because all these things that builds up is things that is from like eating a lot of fried foods and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So that's just something I want you to be aware, guys. We want you to be aware. We want you to be faster for a reason. We want you to live. We want you to be happy while you live and not just exist. We want you to truly live this life, and that's why we're really trying to we take this hour. I know you probably got tired of us or me, but we want to really teach. Okay, okay. Hold on. We got some stuff going on over here. Oh, hold on. Good morning. Good afternoon. Hey,
Good
hey.
afternoon.
Okay. Oh, I love you too, boo. I think Jerry doing some laundry.
Harry,
But the whole goal of this show, guys, is to teach you about being faster, which is balance, eyes, face, arm, speech. It's time to call the emergency response. That's what all that means. That's how to. The faster you get somebody who's going through a stroke to the hospital, the better their chances of recovery. Even if you feel like something in your body isn't right. I know for me, my legs started tingling and I just didn't feel like myself. So I called and was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm gonna need some help." And so he sent somebody. This was one of the main causes of Sarah's mom death, secondary fentanyl overdose. Oh wow. Stay alert, stay alive. Yes, 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 yes. Girl, you better know.
What if I have
Ooh,
like as a stroke survivor, sometimes I'll be like in my head I'll be like feeling sometimes, because we already have symptoms after our stroke, like our face could be droopy, or our speech is already off, or as for me, my arm feels different. And so sometimes, as a stroke survivor, we, to me, I feel like I get confused,
yeah,
I'm always touching myself. Okay, something, is this a sign of another stroke, or am I supposed to look for something different because I already have
right.
this certain feeling in my arm? And
No,
it's just like, every day you don't want to just run to the emergency room just because you're feeling something.
right. And that's why number one, let me acknowledge that I understand how you feel with that fear. Because although this is technically my ninth year, I was saying that last year, but this is technically my ninth year. But I still have those moments where like not being funny, but I could be sitting on a toilet because I'm getting a good one, and then my leg go to sleep, and it's the left
Mhm.
leg, in the same way that it happened with my stroke. So I'm automatically
Mhm.
paranoid and freaking out. But that's my
Yeah.
anxiety, and that's why I realize I'm just anxious. So then I gotta
Mhm.
take those deep breaths and remind myself that as long as you're doing, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to make sure I'm preventing it, then I know that can't possibly be what's going on because I'm taking every step. And other than that, it's just meant for me because I recognize if I keep stressing about it, I'm gonna mess around and really have another stroke. So it's
Yeah.
like,
I was terrified every time I had a headache. My anxiety would go over the roof. I'm constantly walking back and forth, just trying to. You can't, like me. I can't sleep if I have a headache. I can't rest.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I still, like I said, I still go through that too. But I think that's you being human. We all human, and I think we have a fear because number one, they've implanted in our heads, hey, you had one stroke, you might have another one. So now
Mhm.
we're over here like, oh my god, oh my god. So it's important that you just know your body and do everything in your possible power to make sure you're taking those prevention steps. Other than that, you can't worry. You got to literally let go and let God and just keep it moving. Because, I mean, you doing your part. Other than that, you're going to go crazy.
Yep.
Ignore all the signs any other way. If you
I
know
was
you
gonna
go ahead.
real quick. When I had my second one, I had a major one back in 2021, and last year I had like a minor one. And my sign was I lost like vision in this eye. Like it was a quick thing. It went back, but that was enough to go to the hospital. And sure enough, I had a mini stroke. So there's different things to look out for. It's hard, especially in my case, like the trooping and the speech. It's already messed up. So when I was like, oh, I can't see out of my eye, it was like literally like somebody did this. And I was like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, those are signs to look out for uh, when you are possibly having another stroke and you already had one. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah. And I hear you, sis. Sometimes it's better to react than to do nothing. Also, trust our Father has you covered. That's facts. But as a as a stroke survivor, the best way is to know yourself because if you react to everything that happens to you, you're gonna be reacting to everything. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be something because just being a stroke survivor and a female, we gonna have headaches all the time because we come on menstrual. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to freak us out. Or when it's cold outside, our bodies don't work right because the weather is affecting us. Even before it get cold outside, your body might be showing you that it's about to get cold before it actually get cold, but you don't know that, and so now you thinking, "Oh my God!" So it's like, no, just know your body, know yourself, trust the process, do everything in your capabilities to prevent anything from happening to you. But please, please, please remember that acronym Be Faster. If you don't do nothing else, and then and learn circadian. But no, truly, this episode is all about prevention, guys. It's all about prevention, and the best way to prevent anything is to just make little small changes in maybe how much you drink it. If you know you drink a lot, drink a little bit more water too. If you know you eat a lot of fast food, eat a little bit more vegetables and an apple or two or whatever. Like it's little things that make little small. It's small things that make monumental differences in your life. So don't take nothing too lightly, like Uncle Arthur and Auntie Ruth. Yes, yes, honey.
I
But
didn't get
huh?
that at all.
Don't worry about it. We'll get into it. We got 4 minutes left. But no, seriously, be faster. Am I missing anything? Oh, like I told y'all, please like, subscribe, download, share, tune
Come in.
click the bell so you can get the notifications when we coming back live because we coming every week to you with the goodness, with the good energy, and it's gonna always be something different with a new word of the day because we learning, y'all.
And honestly, share this episode because I didn't know some of the acronyms for like Be Faster. Like I knew what FAST was, but I know Be Faster. So we're learning together in this thing, and the more information we can gather, the better we'll be for it at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and keep in mind also, it ain't just important for you to make sure you're doing better or different things with your body and your health. Your family matters too. If you got nieces, nephews, kids, start getting them to eat more. Get them off these damn video games, y'all. Make them go outside for a little while, like our parents put us out. I'm not telling you how to parent your child or no family. I'm just trying to help everybody live longer because that's what it's all about. And like we said, stroke don't discriminate. Heart disease, heart attacks, none of it discriminate. And these kids are getting younger and younger, going through things that they should not be going through. And it's because we didn't got way too lax with this fast food consumption and letting them just sit around and do absolutely nothing, thinking that school is enough. It's not enough. So get up with them. Go outside. Go throw the ball. Like go to a park, slide down the slide. We ain't too broke to go do that. Like it's fun. Go do childlike things. Enjoy your life. We love you. We value you. We appreciate you.
And try healthy recipes. Don't be scared to try. Um, Substitute bananas and pineapples for sugar because it's just as sweet as sugar.
True.
That's what I use in my smoothies.
I can't take it. I never put a sugar in my smoothie. All I do is fruit and yogurt.
I know, but some people you'd be surprised. Some people do put sugar.
Oh, I know. We ain't doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's like, but yeah, even baking dough, substitute bananas in. Like I made a banana nut brownie. Instead of putting sugar, I put more bananas, and it was just as sweet.
All right, Jessica. That's a good one. She used
Yes,
apple
apple
juice.
juice, yes.
I use that. I use all the healthy stuff. Real talk, and I put a little
Mm-hmm.
probiotic little drink in my smoothies
Mm-hmm.
because probiotics are good for us, y'all. That is healthy
Mm-hmm.
bacteria that helps fight off the other nasty stuff that's in us because we all got it. Y'all know that's a whole nother nope. That's a whole nother show. But
Mm-hmm.
I love y'all. I truly appreciate y'all taking the time out to watch the show with us. Don't forget to put your crown on, put your lantern inside your crown, and turn that light up. Let nobody steal from you what you deserve. Positivity is radiating all over that body. Negativity is bouncing back because you ain't accepting none of that. You are worth everything. We love you with everything in us. Until next week, my dears, we
Peace
be in love. Bye.
Bye.